In other news, Arizona parents, they've got a choice to avoid immunizations and still be allowed to enroll their kids in public schools.
There are some key changes to getting that exemption, though, so Olivia is here to explain how.
Yeah, we're seeing a big shift in making this a little bit harder to opt out of these vaccinations. In order to be granted the personal exemption, you may first have to participate in an online education course. The State Department of Health running a pilot program on this, hoping the additional information will lead parents to reconsider and decide to vaccinate their kids.
I think a lot of parents already have their mindset on vaccinations, pro or cons.
But the Arizona Department of Health Services is hoping to change some of those minds.
What we're seeing in Arizona is dangerously low vaccination of our children in Arizona. We are at a point where we know that 6 out of 10 kindergarten classrooms are not adequately immunized against measles. We want to make sure that people have accurate, fact-based, scientifically backed information.
So to make sure parents truly understand the importance of vaccinations, the department launched an immunization education course for parents seeking personal belief exemptions. It's an online video that's part of a pilot that ran in 245 schools this year. Parents had to watch that video before they could get the exemption form. Chandler Unified is one of those school districts participating in the state pilot program.
When a parent comes into the health office and asks for an exemption form, we're giving them a flyer that says how to get to the state's website, how to watch these videos, how to get the exemption form through that means.
The video runs anywhere from 25 to 75 minutes, depending on the number of diseases and vaccination exemptions a family wants.
My hope is it made a difference. It did expel a lot of myths surrounding vaccinations.
The Arizona Department of Health Services tried this once before with a much smaller sample size. The pilot received mixed reactions and limited results, so it was revamped and relaunched for the 2019 school year. Some parents say they welcome the additional information.
I don't think the internet is the best place to get all your facts. I mean, not all the stuff on the internet is true. As a parent, you're trying to figure out what's best, you know? And it's just like this. You're like, you don't know what to do.
Freddie Carguayo's 8-year-old son is not up to date on his vaccinations.
After his vaccinations, we saw a lot of regression. So we're trying to figure out, you know, what was the cause, and we kept going back to his vaccinations.
It's something Freddie wrestles with.
After every visit, my doctor asks, you know, do you want your child to get that second round, you know, and the measles outbreak and, you know, all the stuff that's going on. I'm like, no, you know, and it's tough.
The hope is this immunization education course makes the choice an easy one for parents.
Our hope is to increase vaccination levels in Arizona, to reduce personal belief exemptions by educating parents on the dangers of the diseases that their children may not be vaccinated against.
So this fall, all schools will turn in their immunization records. Then the state will be running an analysis. The hope is that the number of personal exemptions will go down significantly in those schools that piloted the immunization education course. However, they don't expect to have that report complete until next spring. And recently we ran another story about a pediatrician's office. It was actually informing their families, you know, that had been patients and clients of them for years. We will no longer service your family if you're not keeping your kids up to date with vaccinations. One of the examples being a child who has a compromised immune system is at risk of exposure, and that could be life-threatening versus another child. So, you know, it's not just about what's going on in your own household. Obviously, a parent's decision is what's most important for your child, but it's the implications for the rest of the community, and not all kids are as strong as others.
You're right about
It's
that.
scary stuff,
Yeah.
if you think about it. Thank you.